Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the rare babyless morning. I'm gonna take advantage of it. We're gonna get some high momentum, Isaac. I'm gonna say hello to you. Forget that I was on the screen region where you can see my camera, and then we're gonna hit this button, and it's gonna go like and it's gonna pop us over to this, and you're gonna be like, what the heck, that's a black screen, and then in 2 seconds, there you go. Alright. Hello. We have a negative win streak, but we don't actually have a negative win streak. Tell me you have a negative win streak without telling me you have a negative win streak. That is my way of saying that I've lost, but on the other hand, I've won the most important thing of all, which is unlocking Tainted Apollyon. But I promised my stream I would do Apollyon on the stream first, so I apologize. It is what it is. Trying to think, I'm just gonna be honest, like, Tainted Eden is fun, but your brain just melts, because every time you get hit, everything changes, right? So I think that for sanity's sake, let's mix it up. Oh my god, I can't do Tainted Jacob, man. That's another one we gotta do on stream. Okay, Tainted Maggie. We're looking for Hush. Tainted Cain, at some point, yes. We did some Judas stuff yesterday, okay. Alright, sorry, I got sidetracked. It's only 8:43 a.m. on a Wednesday here. Work with me. Most important thing. Tainted Maggie, what do? You run into enemies, you smack them, you take the HP for yourself. One thing, pardon me, that was needlessly loud into the microphone. One thing I did not note, because I did not know on my previous Maggie run, or Tainted Maggie run, I should say, is that if you run into enemies, you do lose your red hearts. However, the temporal red hearts that you see before you do not cause you to lose Deal with the Devil chance. However, there is another thing worth noting. I'm not totally sold on the dang Deals with the Devil, man. The Deal with the Angel meta that started to crystallize a little bit in my head. I feel like there's a lot going on with that is worth exploring. You know, old habits die hard. Great expression. Also very true, I think, but I need to, okay, now we should probably stop, but, I need to acknowledge sometimes that it's probably better for us to try the Angel setup. Okay, so I'm trying to think. We want to go light side plus Hush in order to get maximized value here. But at some point you do have to do alt path. This is certainly not a super inspiring alt path attempt, but there's also not really a good reason right now not to do it, I would say. I don't see a compelling reason to avoid it. You know, we are playing as obviously one of the stronger characters in the game, so having a choice of item might be valuable for us here. And dude, I mean, like, it's an enormous difference, right? Like, the first time... yeah, I think we just do it like this. The first time I played as Maggie, Tainted Maggie, I should say, basically just blew it. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I got no problem walking on the spikes to get a dime. I wonder how you could snag that with, like, if you had a boomerang or something, that would be fun. But, definitely I was, like, doing things wrong on that one. You really should just be running into enemies as quickly as possible. This is why, like, you know, there's characters that are YouTube characters, there's characters that are stream characters, there's known knowns, there's unknown knowns. I really think something like, you know, Tainted Cain in particular. Dude, let's try for Beelzebub. Why not? Tainted Cain in particular, I look to as a YouTube character. I think I need to look up some recipes and then have some, you know, reasonable degree of focus in order to handle that. And then characters like Tainted Maggie, I look to as a stream character because there was a mechanic I was missing. Now that I know walking into enemies and losing these temporary hearts doesn't cost you your Deal with the Devil, then I'm not nearly as impacted, you know? I'm not nearly as annoyed because I know I know we've always got a little bit of damage at our disposal. So I am intending to go back for that dime. I just want to make sure, you know, first we handle whatever there is to handle in the interim period of this floor. Possibly want to blow that up. This is an annoying boss. Possibly, like, the most annoying boss. We should get in there and do damage. And then pop Yum Heart. I think we're going to lose our deal with the devil, and I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that that seems implausible. I really... Okay, I was wrong. We're not going to lose our deal with the devil. That being said, this boss is mighty annoying. Please, please. Okay, saved. I'm gonna get a little controversial. I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna ignore our deal with the devil and not even go in. I'm not even gonna walk in there. 10 cents. We'll get up to 20 cents. We'll need 2 bombs for our alt path on the next floor if we want to continue with that. We're not going particularly slow. Acceptable. Obviously, by the way, you cannot make alt path and hush work on the same run unless I'm missing something like incredible here. Okay, humbling bundle seems amazing. Can I tell you something as well? I'm just gonna be honest. I think that car battery is also amazing. I just don't see a world where we're able to actually get it. But I'm feeling mighty good here, regardless. Whether we do alt path or whether we try to take it backwards and maybe do a little, or not backwards, but a lateral move and do the boss rush hush side instead, I think it really depends on like these next couple of floors. If we get some stuff that's incredible, we'll probably alter that plan a little bit. There's our 2 bombs, by the way. If we don't get anything that's incredible, we might just take it back to the traditional path. Because it's less about, like, whether or not we can survive the next floor, which, you know, is not super relevant, and it's substantially more about whether or not we're going to be able to survive, like, the super difficult floors, like the Mausoleum, or Joanna, or Gahana. Gonna sell my house in town. Show you the shine of your depths, the sparkle of your basement. I'm just happy I found a word with the right cadence. The parody was not good. There was essentially no joke associated with it either, but... Okay, this enemy, not so bad. Not so bad. Not so bad. Just pop Yum Heart. Remember, Yum Heart is not about keeping you alive anymore. Yum Heart is about financing your high-octane melee attacks. We did not get the angel deal, but that's actually still completely fine. I'm not an enormous, used to be a bit of a peel head, personally. I used to be very stoked for the peeler. I would say now, modestly, you know, like when the mood strikes me, I can get down with a little peeling, but for the time being, we're taking it mostly out of the sense that we don't have a Spirit Heart deal backing us up to begin with. Now, I gotta say, like, out of these, don't talk to me. I was really thinking about it, because Black Hole is genuinely, like, I mean, it's probably going to be substantially more useful than the peeler. But there is something, like, in my head that just says to me, you know, you're not going to need all these HP containers that you have access to. You're only going to need a certain small subset of them. So, like, why not take advantage of that? Dude, what the heck? It's amazing. Why not take advantage of that and hold the peeler, and we can turn that into the occasional damage upgrade. And I'm realizing now that this is going to be mighty interesting because we have no damage. Almost all of our damage as Maggie was essentially coded for by our melee. So I'm feeling a little scared. I'm definitely not going Help me. Help me. I'm definitely not going to fight the boss. It's a long trip to the item room. I'm not gonna fight the boss. I know you're like, he's gonna say that and then he's gonna go back and he's gonna fight the boss. Not today, Satan. Not today. We're gonna stick to our guns. Look at that. That was easy enough. We're gonna pop Yum Hard even, because we can. I guess there's no point actually in doing so, but hey, and now we got this knife handle, okay? Let's quickly look for our secret room. Probably here. I'm not upset. I'm not happy. But I'm not upset. Keys have been in admittedly short supply. Second secret room provides us with enough HP to feel good. And with no self-sacrifice room, hereafter known as an Eddie room, we'll be moving on. So why are we sticking with the alt path? Well, we're still on pace for boss rush. Sorry, we're not even doing boss rush, right? We're just doing Hush. Am I correct? Yes, we've already done boss rush. Well, we're definitely on pace for Hush, if that's the sort of thing that tickles your fancy. We could always just pivot back into that general direction. For now, though, while we have the... I know I literally said the opposite of this, but I'm like, while we have the ability, it's more about whether or not we can survive the next floor. So here we are. You know, I think I've established many times in the past, you know, it's not about what I say in Isaac, it's about the way that I say it. And I said it in a way that was clearly meant to be satirical. As a result, I am above criticism. It would behoove us... Very, very terrible play there. It would behoove us to come up with a strategy for what to do with this peeler, okay? And we can pick that up, by the way. Since they changed the way that works. But, how are we going to use the peeler? Because we truly do not care about, like, most of our heart containers. I would say we have at least one to give away. That trinket is also really good, but so is Counterfeit Penny with what we got going on, you know, with, like, Humbling Bundle, or desire to buy things from the shop. Obviously, that's insanely good. Just chill for a minute here. I would even drop some bombs to try to get out of this. Yes, yes, please. Thank you. Yes, yes, thank you. It's all good. Let's put it that way. More options, also very nice. Well worth the 7 cents at the very least. I think we can pick this up. Oh, but we're gonna lose it if we walk into an enemy. I did... Okay, well, you know what? Easy come, easy go. I did hear that, they've made, like, the AI better for 3rd, 4th level Meat Boys. I mean, we can take the left and the right. Never mind, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm actually, considering that we got one of the 3 items, I'm still pretty happy. I thought things went pretty well. I gotta figure out the pattern for that item room, though. I thought you could take, like... Maybe it's if you take the middle, the other 2 stay up? Anyway, it's going really well. We're actually building, like, a viable tier as well. This is really unfortunate, because it's, like, the only boss we can't simply run into, but... Life goes on. We do have the chariot. I don't know what the heck we're going to use it for. So boss where it's very nice to be able to fly. Let me tell you that. But we're already halfway there. Don't say it. Don't say living on a prayer, okay? Don't say take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Can I get a red heart out of you? I can't. We're not gonna die, okay? We're not. But we may lose our deal with the devil, or deal with the angel ability here. That hurts. I would like some more spiders, please. HP, HP. HP, let's, dude, I'm a genius. This is, you won't hear me say this too much, but I'm actually, like, that was really smart. Right, maybe stand close enough to do some actual damage. This is all in the service of trying to protect this, deal with the angel access that we've been rooting for like 10 floors. Okay, and we lost it. I gotta figure out what those brimstone attacks, basically. This is what it all comes down to. I gotta learn the tell. Well, I gotta learn the tell for which one is straight ahead and which one is like in the one. Well, there's one where you want to stand in the center, and there's one where you don't want to stand in the center. You know, that's the only thing you gotta worry about there. Still a pretty good floor. I would say we're slightly off pace now, but great chance of a deal with the devil on our next floor, no doubt about that. Let's not get too beaten up over it. It's not that big of a deal. We got, am I really happy with, I think I am happy with this. Instead of having the spirit heart on penny trinket, yeah, I think I'm fine with this. I'm gonna blow you both up. I don't think spirit hearts are as valuable because they decay. Extra money, on the other hand, could be anything. We could even use it to buy spirit hearts. Ba-dum-bum-ch. Worth a try. Worth a try. The other thing I would say is, like, again, when the going gets tough, don't be afraid to get the heck out of town. You see, I'm even using the verps effectively. Like, what's wrong with me? When the going gets tough, don't be afraid to get the heck out of town. There's nothing that says, you know, on this run, that a dog can't play basketball, and there's nothing that says on this run that we absolutely 100% have to go to the alt path just because we've gotten the first, you know, part of the knife piece. I think we've done a reasonably good job of taking on a certain degree of risk in the hopes of that providing a disproportionate or even a proportional reward, really. And now, I'm like, I'm out of here. Now I'm like, no thank you. You had your chance. We should definitely be picking those up, obviously, but... And you screwed me, so let's move along now. There we go. So we've rebuilt our melee ability. But I do think that it basically comes down to that don't lose your deal with the angel for no reason. Other two items, not good. So at least there's something here, but it really does come down to... Saved. This deal with the angel that we're about to get. And I hope we're about to get it. What are you? High Priestess? Not bad, not bad. You know what? Just honestly get stomped. I want to preserve this as much as possible. I don't know why in my head I was just like, I personally guarantee this is going to be greed, but... Okay, can't get hit on greed. Not just for, like, you know, deal with the angel purposes. It's more for, like, my own self-esteem. When you've been playing this game for a decade... There's just some enemies in some contexts you can't get hit by, right? Like, if I get hit by greed on a run like this, I'd be very upset. If I get hit by greed on a run where I'm not paying attention because the run's already, like, an easy victory, so be it. Life goes on. But on a run where things are tight, on one of the rare runs where you actually have to... Well, I would say rare run where you have to pay attention, but honestly, in Repentance, that is not rare. That's more the norm than anything else. Thank you, thank you. Huge growth. Very good. I mean, that's also pretty sick, don't get me wrong. Huge growth is pretty good if we're actually gonna fight Hush. It's not quite Chaos card level. There's some serious utility, though. And you can tell, like, things are slowing way down. Things are slowing way down. This is not gonna be my favorite boss fight, either. Couldn't let these guys steal my charge. Okay, let's do it. What did I tell you? You know what? I'm actually gonna... And it is better to save it if we're gonna fight Hush. But we could always get a card that's like almost as good for the Hush fight. Or we might not make it the Hush to begin with. So this is a bird in the hand is worth, a card in the hand is worth 2 on the Hush, okay? Wait, the opposite. A card on the Hush is worth 2 in the hand. There you go. This way, we can make it through this fight comfortably. We'll get that deal with the Angel. You know, we gotta fight Mega Satan at some point anyway. Maybe this is our Mega Satan chance. You never know, man. You never know. No way we're making that one. I'm very glad we popped this. Like I'm feeling like that was pretty solid. Prayer card is like I don't know. Okay, hear me out here. Did we lose the Eternal Heart or something? Am I okay, so probably we're not gonna stick with it. Or did it? No, it probably filled up, right? Please tell me it filled up. I don't know if I could deal with the alternative. Dunka, dunk. Dunky, dunk. This, one thing's for certain though, this is not a run where we are gonna go, continue along with the alt path. That's as far as I'm willing to go. And I think we're actually ready to go. What was my reasoning there? We're not taking the key piece or the knife piece. We're not interested. My reasoning is we can always just generate, we can hold a full charge of the Eternal Heart or of Prayer Card, I should say. And then when we find a battery charge, pop it twice and get HP and I think be reasonably pleased with that. We're not doing anything with the potato peeler. I think you got to get yourself out of the fallacious reasoning that like, whoa, but you're not like Eternal Hearts aren't going to do that much for you. Yeah, but the potato peeler, I was literally just holding it to be like, check it out, I'm cool. Like that's not a good reason either. So if we come across stuff like battery babies, for example, I think there's a lot to like there. Definitely always like to pick up some HP. Got a Yum Heart available. So we're kind of, I wouldn't say we're off pace for Hush. Especially picking that up is quite nice. Normally, I might like to be going a little faster here, but you gotta remember, part of the reason we're a little slower here is because of the fact that we did the alt paths, which are just tougher to begin with. So I really do stand by this right now. I don't know if we have a good run from the perspective of beating Hush. Honestly, Hush seems kind of like mega annoying to fight as a character who has constantly decaying HP. The flip side of that is that you also do have, I mean, we have to mix this up. But I'm just trying to figure out how we do it. Okay, hear me out here. Okay, you pop it, grab it, Yum Heart. Get me out of here. I need to get to that Book of Revelations as soon as possible, so it doesn't take my Eternal Heart. Pop the Book of Revelations. Now, we do want to stick with Book of Revelations, but first, we at least want to... Well, I guess we might as well hold Book of Virtues and Book of Revelations simultaneously. But now I'm thinking, and I'm like, dude, what if you instead took Book of Virtues How to Jump, because you could mash it like endlessly, right? Oh, Book of Virtues How to Jump is not that good. We've had it before. It just leaves the wisps on the ground for a room. Not that exciting, so we will walk out. We'll probably still lose our Eternal Heart here, but worth it, I think. So yeah, it's just the skill I gotta remember here. You always want to, if you have Book of Virtues in a library, you want to touch it, because you're going to leave with Book of Virtues plus something else. Shop is of the utmost value here, by the way. Dude, this is the same item. You know what I will say? Varicose veins is, it does like a Tammy's headshot when you get hit, which actually seems pretty swell when you're a character that deals with running into other characters on the regular, so... Obviously, with this Eternal Heart, we're kind of avoiding that strat temporarily, but at some point in the future, we're gonna get there. Dude, I'm feeling like we... Oh, there goes my Eternal Heart, but... I'm feeling like we kind of built this one properly. Am I losing it? Am I insane? By the way, our Wisp, if we keep running into enemies, our Wisp is not gonna be that good, but... I think we've built an interesting run here. Again, the Wisp, I wouldn't anticipate it is going to live for a long time, but I'm really digging, like, the varicose vein synergy we got here. At least for AoE, it's very nice. Dude, if we could get Bloody Lust or something, oh, baby. And I still don't feel like we're screwed from the perspective of getting to the Hush fight. If we are, we are. But, like, we'll just go to the, well, maybe we'll fight Mega Satan instead. All we need is one more Angel deal. That's not that big of a deal. And we want to go Light Side Path. Yeah. I gotta remind myself we want to go Light Side Path, because the Dark Side Path actually gives you the negative, which gives you extra damage, which is always tempting. Okay. So I think we're gonna cruise pretty nicely here. Certainly, you could play the Blood Bank. Especially with all the HP that's getting dropped by enemies. But this is going pretty well. I mean, while we're here, I mean, can at least do that, right? Like, I might not be prioritizing it, but you know, I do know what I'm doing to some extent. We have to be a little careful here. I actually forgot. On simple enemies, we should probably just try to kill them without walking into them. Because we do take 1 full heart of damage now, instead of half a heart for walking into them, so... We have Yumheart backing us up, but still, like... Why tempt fate, I guess? We really want this deal with the Angel. I don't know, I Hush increasingly, although we do have a lot of money. I find myself being like, I'm not sure if we can swing it, man. Especially, you know, we gotta stand right next to Hush, thanks to number 1. Maybe this is one where you hedge your bets a little bit and you say, we'll only fight one of the difficult super optional bosses instead of, like, all of them. But I am feeling like my Isaac IQ has been kind of, like, okay. You know, I'm feeling like it's been kind of under control. Keeping a constant through line. I mean, it's not like a surprising thing. Who would have thought, like, when you don't have the baby interrupting you every 4 seconds? you get to... It's a little easier in a game like this where you gotta keep a constant through line of what's happening. It's not the baby, you know. The babies do be going agoo, and my brain do be going, aww. Nope, that's just bad walking. But I do think it has a deleterious effect on performance, for sure. Okay, so this is not Mom's Heart. I mean, all this might be academic to begin with, right? Do we really care about, fighting Hush if we can't make it to Hush in 30 minutes? No, not so much. So just preserve that deal with the Angel. 58%. Hello? Why do I have my own horseman? Is it from Book of Revelation? I don't know, man. I didn't get 7 seals, so I don't really know what's happening here, but I'm certainly not against it. That was very just strange, and don't talk to me about that damage, please. I have nothing to say to you. You will be ashamed of your words and your deeds. I thought you were dead. Thank you. Okay, we got the full key piece. We're heading down. Honestly, I actually do think we prefer White Pony. And you're not going to hear me say that too much, but the Spirit Hearts are not long for this world to begin with. White Pony, of course, gives you the active, as well as the ability to fly, so there's a lot to like. I think, rationally speaking, we're going to be fast enough for Hush, but we don't want to do it. That's good. Wait, that means spikes don't do damage to you anymore? We don't need the counterfeit penny anymore. Honestly, like, we don't have a lot of HP. So I don't really want to simmer for too long, and I guess when we get down to 2 HP, we might as well play that, like, infinitely, but just make sure you're staying okay here. Do yourself a favor, don't drive yourself crazy going, this guy forgot about that Fool's Gold Rock. It's more about, like, the idea that what is a Fool's Gold Rock even gonna do for us at this stage of the game? You know, we got 99 cents to begin with. We're probably not going to the Hush floor. You know, you get the gist of it. You probably don't need me to say the rest. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, okay? Friendship necklace? I don't know. I gotta remember, and by gotta, I mean won't. But I could remember that I think we get cursed rooms for free thanks to the trinket, but that's where you'd want to have, like, prayer card, for example, but I think we did a smart thing getting rid of it earlier. I'm not sweating it. Judas's tongue, highly unlikely to provide us with anything we're looking for at this point. 2.4 chance of a deal with the devil. 2.4%, I should say, not basis points. Brain is weird, right? Like, in my head, I literally had an internal dialogue that was, don't use Yumheart is not a good use for it right now. My brain went, oh, Yumheart's ready, and just used it immediately. And I'm like, brain, who is me, who is brain, said don't do that. Why'd you do it? And he's like, I don't know, you said Yumheart, so I reacted. It's an interesting piece of electric meat, no question about that. Love to see it. You know, I'm a simple man. I see enemies, I walk into them. It's a really good, you know, those spider spawners are some of the most annoying enemies in the game. I feel like we're finally getting one over on them. No big deal. By being able to, like, infinitely farm them for HP every time they have the audacity to show up on my run. Don't, like, misrepresent this, okay? I recognize we've gotten some positive stuff on this run. Pact, Mark, you know, Book of Virtues is a nice, weird get. Even, like, White Pony, for example, we got some really solid stuff going here. But we built it kind of like ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, we never got, like, one item that was like, you know, hey, F you game, we're gonna stomp you. Like, we built this ourselves. We're going up. Yeah. You can't, we're gonna die on Hush. Are we gonna die on Hush? Bro, I'm going. Like, why? Because we could also still fight Mega Satan on this run. You gotta try, right? The jar? There's something to be said about this. We're gonna lose so much HP on the just exploring here. But we'll go top, Bozo. At least it's damage. Mr. Mega is totally fine. Okay, we have no HP to jar, so forget that. Remember, we don't have a ton of time here. So I'm gonna donate real quick. I guess in theory, having the jar for your boss fight is actually insanely good now that I think about it. We'll lose the ability to fly. Should we really be doing this on the way in? I don't know. Just hear me out here, okay? I've got a plan. We're gonna bring the jar into the fight. Why? Because there might be a situation here where we don't want the HP we're getting from the minions. We can store it in the jar and then use it later when we might be way more interested in the HP we're getting. Now, is just the kind of stuff you gotta... I think you gotta give a little bit of ability to if you're gonna try to make this run pop. We owe it to ourselves to give it the honest to goodness college try, okay? Very thankful we got a lot of decent bombs here. Okay, very non-thankful that we got number 1. Keep in mind, I mean, I'm not anti-number 1 here. Keep in mind, a lot of the items we've gotten on this run have come from Curse of the Blind, so trying not to get too down on myself. So the most important thing is when, I was just gonna say, when this guy starts creating enemies, we have an obligation to get in there. As long as the enemies die far enough away, you only need to pick up 2 hearts to make up for getting hit once. So if you see 12 enemies, that's your moment. Yeah. I can't believe we've only got 1 heart in the jar. He's gonna create some other enemies that are not as difficult to handle soon as well. Keep that in mind. Okay, with boss armor, like, bombs are very valuable. We're safe here, yeah. Seems to be working out okay. Don't want to waste any. We're losing a lot of HP. This is where we'd really like some minions to get spawned. Thank you. Great opportunity, possibly, for us to get in there. I do hear the enemies dying. We can't really get to that HP, though. Come on. No red hearts, huh? This guy's gonna drop one. We can't get in there. Can't get in there. Meat Boy, I love you. Keep it up. Not worth. Okay, we got a wisp. We didn't get a heart out of it. We just got the wisp. Thank you. Oh, the wisp died and gave me half a heart, but run. This is gonna be pretty tight. Oh, it's not gonna be tight. I'm just gonna die. No, he's dead. It was a great run. I'm not mad. I should have listened to myself, but hey, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Hubris strikes again, but I had a great time. And twitch.tv/northernlion. Follow me for more Isaac. Thanks for watching for now, and I'll see you next time.